there. Hi, that's what I was waiting for. I wanted us to be able to say hello, first of all, before we take you out live to Bergamo. Kate, Thierry, Jamie and Micah. And as Micah now suggested, we are going to go out to the boys, the lads, as he said.
The lads.
Alessandro and Peter. The scenes out there were incredible.
This was, honestly, for a team to lose 6-1 and have that kind of support is just, don't see that very often in football. And there was a moment that was on the 5th goal when Olise scored. The whole stadium was actually clapping. And I've never, ever seen that before. Just out of respect of how good Bayern Munich and especially Mikel Olise was in this game.
It's a special place, Bergamo, what they built through these years. It's unbelievable, and we just saw, not only that occasion, but on the scene after the game, losing 6-1 with that kind of celebration, that kind of love that you have for the team. Because the team play 100%. This is what they got now, and no more than that. There's so many injuries because they're out. The Keteler, the Raspadori, Jim Seed, and Emerson. I mean, too many strong players for them. But beside that, I mean, also Bayer was incredible, tough, strong, perfectly combination and scores, and they had so many opportunities. And Karnaseki was the goalkeeper, was the best player on the game, probably. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I'm totally with what Thierry said there. Bayern means business. I think that Bayern they are the best playing team in Europe at the moment. And the options they have, I mean, just look at the bench. You've got Harry Kane on the bench. You got Leonard Carl on the bench. You got Musiala. He came on at half-time. He had the luxury of giving him a little bit of time and not risking too much. Towards the end of the game, you had three players in yellow cards. Two of them, from previous games, obviously, two of them were successful in Kimmich and Olise in delaying a corner kick and a free kick so much that they got booked and got the second yellow card, so they are suspended for the next game. Which, I mean, how often do you have that opportunity? Yes. And then every substitution that Vincent Kompany made just didn't look like Bayern became a worse team. It was really impressive to see them today.
Yeah, especially also because Atalanta, maybe the only mistake that they made, they conceded that goal, the first one, too early in incredible, funny way, let's say, because it was a true situation where they missed the man. But to be honest, I mean, this is a game that have to finish 6 at least goals because they have probably 15, 20 opportunities, clear opportunities on goal. So it's good like this.
Peter, I just want to get your thoughts on one thing before we let you guys go and get some interviews. I know that you always kind of try and keep across the other games that are happening as you're there as well. And the game between Atletico Madrid and Tottenham, where we saw the young keeper for Tottenham have such a torrid 15 minutes and then be pulled off the pitch. Well, how hard is that going to be for him to kind of deal with and process?
Yeah, I think, you make mistakes. He's put him in goal. You make mistakes, and these are not simple mistakes. They're just like two very similar mistakes. And he's costing the team the opportunity to win. Not that Tottenham, have any opportunity to win. I mean, it was a terrible performance. But when this happened, when you look at the clock there, 14:55. What is Igor Tudor doing then? Well, he substitutes him. That's going to have ramifications for the rest of his career. This will be a moment that everybody in football will always remember every time they see hear his name. And you make your choice as a coach, and yes, it wasn't going your way, and you're 3-0 down. There's no way that this team would ever come back from that. You got to stick with him, and at least stick till halftime. What he's done there is, for me, he's absolutely killed his career. That's going to take something to get over that. I feel really, really sorry for him.
Yeah, same. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you.
Before you go, Peter, can I just ask you one question? Are you happy with Jamie's comb over? He's trying to copy you. That's a proper comb over, mate.
Clark Kent. Is that what you called him before? Yeah. Well, the thing is, we have a very, very small monitor here. So if you will wait till next week, because I heard that Jamie wanted to come to Liverpool next time, and I think I'm going there as well, so I can keep a closer eye on him and also look a little bit on his hairstyle. So ask me next week, please.
Peter, you're coming to Liverpool with me, not the other way around.
No. Jamie, you are on the road. When you're on the road, you are on the road with me.
Okay, the big boss. The big boss has spoken.
Yes.
I think maybe I should invite you, Micah, as well to Man City. How do you feel?
Yes, we go to Manchester. Lovely. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you up for that?
I'm ready. Anything for you, Peter.
See, I've now put the pressure on the producers, so...
They'll figure it out. They will figure it out. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. We did just... Sorry, what?
I said thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. We did just want to show you a tweet real quick that David De Gea has posted. Let's see what he has put. No one who hasn't been a goalkeeper can understand how difficult it is to play in this position. Keep your head up and you will go again.
Well said. Well
said. Amen, amen. All right, so we've got a post-game show coming up for you. Micah, tell them what we've got.
Come on, what have we got? Jamie, come on, please, what have we got?
We've got great games that we've seen tonight. We've got Newcastle almost winning. The big one about Tottenham and Atletico Madrid. I mean, that is over. Bayern Munich's over.
It's not good enough.
It's not.
No, this is how you do it, Jamie.
Go on.
Stick with us. We've got analysis, we've got interviews, we've got everything. Banter, everything you could wish for right here.
Don't go away.
Don't go anywhere.
If we could start with the first half, after 15 minutes, you subbed off the keeper Zinsky on his first Champions League start. Was it a wrong decision to give him a start tonight?
No, after you see what happened, for sure is a wrong decision. But it was for me right decision to do, thinking before, because the team changed the competition. It was the moment right to do. Unfortunately, happened what happened. Never change a goalkeeper after 20 minutes, but it's like it's happened.
Obviously, there was no acknowledgement from you when he came off the pitch. Have you spoken to him since, and is there any sort of worry from you in terms of his future confidence after that?
No, it's moment like we don't need to comment. It's not moment to speak too much. Strange game, very strange game. It happened. We scored. We give them 3 goals. After we even start good, but then the problems kill us. That 3 situation. Very, very, very strange. Very unusually. So it took us confidence. Then we start. We did quite something. We had opportunity to make 4-2, and then we could see the goal for 1-1, 5-2. We apologize to the fans who were today, also to everyone. We had a difficult moment.
Igor, you were brought in.
Everything looks like going wrong. Every small mistakes we pay. Everything like he's doing. It's unbelievable. Even this now situation, in the end, 2 players. They have this kick between them, 2 players out. It looks like everything is going in against us.
You were brought in to make instant impact. It's now 4 losses from 4 games. In those games, 14 goals conceded. Do you still have confidence that you can turn this around?
I need to keep working. As I said, not speaking too much, stay focused on things we can do. As I said before, unbelievable, difficult to explain everything. It's the first time I see this, all the things in my career, 15 years. So what I can tell you, I'm focused to resolve the problems, the player also. So we need to stay positive.
When things are difficult, you will be asked to explain what's going wrong. Do you expect to be given time from the club to turn this around?
It's not about me. It's not moment even to explain too much in the way. We need to stay calm and let's talk. Less talking, better is.
In terms of less talking, you've made changes, you've tried to change things in games. Why do you believe things aren't working?
No, I said better less talk. Now it's not moment to try to give big explanation. We need to stay calm and continue.
Thanks, Igor.
Thanks, mate. That was a quick, I don't even think it was a goodbye, but look, we've seen tonight he doesn't really like saying goodbye to many people, does he? Straight down the tunnel after the game, no acknowledgement of the travelling fans. Look, he would rather not speak, but questions need to continue to be asked, and he must provide answers. He is the manager.
100%. Like we say, we talk about Tottenham Hotspur at the moment. They're faceless. Who's in charge of it? Because how can your man who's being put in charge to steer Tottenham in a better direction, in a more safe direction, not want to speak? What sort of messages is he sending there? Yeah. He sent absolutely no message to the players. Did he send a message to the fans? Because he said he apologised to them there. He didn't acknowledge them in the stadium. To say that you're not willing to speak, that's your job. Yeah. You're the coach. Yeah. You're the manager of the football club. It's no surprise the club are under the cosh at the moment. They're massively under the cosh. You need someone standing up in front of the media, just to reassuring everyone. You can send messages to your opponents. You can send messages to your players, and it's just not being used. The power of the media. We're in the Premier League. We're in the Champions League.
He was spiky yesterday before the game, and you would have thought. I mean, you would have thought that the Champions League was a bit of a respite from the Premier League. So coming into this tournament, because they've done so well, and you think it's like he'd have a breath of fresh air. But yesterday he was very spiky, wasn't he, with George Beach, his interview? And again, he hasn't helped himself today. He should be there fronting up. Unfortunately, he's the one who needs to front up. He's the one who's getting paid from now to the end of the season, firefighting, getting bonuses to stay in the Premier League. So he is the one who needs to come up. And as Joe said, when it's bad, say it's bad. Say you apologise, say I'm sorry, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. And have this air of positivity. We understand it was bad luck today. We understand the first 3 goals. And you're right, Romero, Paulinho getting concussion, that'll miss Saturday. Van der Ven being suspended. You know, that is, everything is just piling on top and on top and on top. But he knew that when he brought in. He was brought in because they were in a dire position. The fact that he's made them more dire is on him. So he has to front up and come out with some positivity, because they've got a great fan base and a wonderful stadium. And if they can't beat Liverpool and they get knocked out next week, they have to beat Tottenham. They have to beat Nottingham Forest, at home. So that's what he has to be aiming for. He can't just come out and go, oh, we're terrible, we're terrible, we're terrible, and then move on.
He almost tried to say that they were unlucky tonight.
Unlucky, yeah.
That's not the message that you want to hear, you know.
Those you saw there, look, the injuries that Spurs have had to deal with,
terrible,
for any manager is a lot. And obviously you add Mickey van der Ven to that, suspended in the next game. We can have a look at the fixtures again, actually, because I think it's important. Liverpool away,
Anfield,
who are desperate to get points in the Premier League now and try and secure their hopes of Champions League football. Then this second leg at home, and if that doesn't go well, and there's not even a slight improvement, that could be absolutely toxic.
Look, it's not his fault, the situation that Tottenham are in. And like I say, this is a real test for me as a pundit, because I don't like doing this. Yeah. This is not what I got into the game for.
He's been in the job for 4 games, and you don't want to stick the boot into the poor fella.
No, but I'm just going off. I'm just going off what I want from a head coach in these situations. And it's not about being perfect. It's not about coming here and have a tactical masterclass, and you're not going to turn it around with a 3-0 win. It's about being together. It's about sending messages to the club, to the players. All right, you're not going to win every game. You can't just turn Tottenham round. But you need to send a message for the rest of the season. And I'm not getting it off him. I'm getting a vibe of very much that it's not my fault. Everything that's gone on around me is not my fault, and I don't quite know what to do. So I'm going to keep changing things. And as Maka said, different positions, kind of sticking up for people, but also not sticking up for them at the same time. It's not what I'd want to see from a manager in a situation like this. And like I say, it's not his fault.
Do they stick or twist now? They have a big decision to make.
I think that, unfortunately, and I'm the same as Joe, I think they twist because they've twisted that many times, they may as well go again. I don't think they'll win at Anfield. Even the best Tottenham teams don't win at Anfield, unfortunately, and they're decimated by injuries. Then they've got Nottingham Forest. I think they're out of this tournament, so they're not going to beat these 3-4, 5-0 at Tottenham. They've got Nottingham Forest at home, and then it's the international break. They have to go plan for that game. They need 3 points against one of their rivals at the bottom of the league. Get that done, they may have a chance. And then they've got the international break, but I think they will twist after what's happened tonight, what I've seen.
Joe, a friendly face was watching on in the stands tonight and probably did not like what he was seeing whatsoever, the USA coach, Mauricio Pochettino. And you could even go back to the days when he was there and was let go after a Champions League final and some change a few months after that. Did it all start to go wrong then?
Who's to know? Honestly, you know, they had such a great thing going at Tottenham under Mauricio Pochettino, and I think they put themselves in that good a position that not winning the Champions League and not winning the league felt like a big failure, and he ended up losing his job because of it. But just how it's gone since then, it just seems like it's you know, with the managers that they brought in, they've gone for it, you know. Conte, Jose Mourinho, then they've gone down the Ange route in terms of playing total soccer. And wedged in amongst all this, they won a Europa League. Like,
As the old saying, it happens gradually.
Defeats, make that 4, Sue. Can he survive this?
It's difficult, isn't it? You can't see it, I think, because he's obviously come in as the short-term fix. You know, you wanted to see a reaction from Tottenham. You wanted to see that immediate response, and we just haven't seen that. Like you say, 4 losses in a row. You know, I know a lot of Spurs fans. I think before this game, they were saying there needed to be a change because they're panicking in terms of relegation in the Premier League. But then I think after they've watched that game, they've looked at some of the decisions that he's made. It's difficult because it seems bizarre, doesn't it, after 4 games to say you need to then change your manager. I just think you've got to look at the people that have appointed him, you know, the people that have brought him in. We said it on the show, didn't we? We were saying, well, he doesn't have Premier League experience in terms of playing or in terms of managing. Yes, you know, he's got maybe experience of going into a club and having that instant impact, but we just haven't seen it. But honestly, Jules, that first half, the first 15 minutes, I think was the most bizarre 15 minutes I've ever seen, you know, in terms of Spurs going 3-0 down, the goalkeeper getting subbed after that 15, 16 minutes. Absolutely bizarre. I think all you can say from a Spurs perspective is they kept going, they got 2 goals. But yeah, Atletico Madrid were brilliant, but they were certainly helped by Spurs being poor.
First Spurs boss to lose his first 4 games in charge, by the way, Igor Tudor. Let's talk about that decision to first of all start with Antonin Kinsky, to put him in instead of Vicario. But then, and he was culpable for a couple of the goals, to take him off after just 17 minutes. He looked distraught, and the manager didn't even acknowledge him. First of all, the decision to start with him clearly backfired.
Yeah, it did, and clearly he's looking for solutions, isn't he? He's clearly looking to say, you know, how can we get those wins? How can we get confidence? Changing the goalkeeper, he's clearly thought was the right thing to do. After 15, 16 minutes, he decided that it wasn't the right thing to do. Obviously slipped on the first goal and then give away the third one after Van der Ven slipping for the second one. I think from a human perspective, an emotional perspective, I just felt for him. You know, walked off the pitch, and yeah, Tudor didn't acknowledge him at all. But whether that's what he does with the other players that came off, because I was watching just to see, is that his response? Is that what he does? He didn't acknowledge anybody, so he just keeps focused on the game. But I just think from that, I think as a goalkeeper, you've come in, you've got that opportunity, you've not taken it, you've had a bit of a nightmare, you just want an arm around the shoulder. And the players went over to him, you know, Romero give him a hug, Vicario give him a hug after he came off, because he just went straight down the tunnel, because he must be absolutely devastated. Huge game like that, for that to happen, I just really felt for him.
He hasn't played, Merce, let me bring you in on this, since October. 132 days since Kinsky last played a game of football for the first team at Spurs. And he was chucked in at a time when everyone's talking about Spurs, everyone's questioning the manager, they're in a relegation battle. He started in tonight. What did you make of that?
Well, when you're under pressure like they are, Tottenham, and they're low, their confidence is real low. And you ask everybody along here, if there's one thing you can bottle up as a footballer, it's confidence. Their confidence is low. They make mistakes. You have to rely on the manager to stay calm and for the manager to make the right decisions. That was a horrible decision. I said before the game, I said he's a bit erratic. You know, this is a big game. You're playing against one of the top teams in Europe. And I said if they start well tonight, they'll run riot. I felt for I'm with Sue. I felt for the goalie. I felt for him. You know, it's hard enough coming in after that many days, but to go into a place like Atletico Madrid, who are a very, very good football team, yeah, he got it horribly wrong, and the board can't keep on letting him sit there getting decisions horribly wrong. With players, when they make mistakes, you can't just get rid of a player. You might be able to drop him, but you've got to understand he's been around a long time. You know, read the room. You know, for me, it was a bad decision. It's come back to haunt him. You know, now they're going to go into the Liverpool game low on confidence, another 5 goals. Then they get beat there, and they will get beat. And then they go and play Real Madrid again. The worrying game is Nottingham Forest. Yeah. It's their cup final. And for me, at the moment, they are struggling badly, Tottenham.
Yeah, these are the games.
When you look at it actually highlights the poor decision to start the goalkeeper. Yes, he's made mistakes, but if you think he's the man to start the game, why would you take him off?
Yeah.
I mean, it just shows you that it's another terrible decision from the manager. Yes, Sue's right. The hierarchy need to take a responsibility for this call. You look at, I think when you're doom and gloom, and you know he is so stone-faced, and you know it looks as if he's hard to that emotional side of the manager to get on side. It's not what Tottenham needed us. There is no doubt there is good players there. There's no doubt there's good players, but right now it's just you look as if you need an arm round you. You need encouragement. You need. I mean, right? The manager just looks like a total energy zapper right now, and that's the performances that's coming out in the pitch. You look at him. I mean, again. What was it? 3-0 inside 15 minutes. Yeah. It's embarrassing.
Boydie, 22 years of age he is.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not see that kid again. Seriously, you might not, because being a goalkeeper and getting thrown into the mix of a game of that gratitude is absolutely demoralising. Trust me, coming off at that stage in a game, I mean, for me, I said it at the start, it was a big call anyway. You know, you need experience, you need to be hard to break down. To throw him in a game like that today was just completely wrong for me. Maybe starting at home where you can get the fans behind you, but going away to an intimidating place like that.
At least acknowledge the kid.
Yeah.
You know, at least acknowledge it. You're the one that's put him in this situation. Yes, he's made mistakes. Put an arm around him and just say, listen, it's on me. I've called this one wrong. But to ignore him, honestly, it's a disgrace.
I was going to ask Merce, do you think he'll be in charge for the second leg? Do you think he'll be in charge come Anfield on Super Sunday?
Yeah, I don't know who they're going to get to come in for that game. I mean, it's going to be hard enough to get the players on the pitch for that game, let alone get another manager in. Yeah, at the moment, I don't know.
6 months later, whatever, he may leave this.
Believe me, Tottenham, you know, even though I play for Arsenal, Tottenham's a top club.
Even right now?
But yeah, but they're still a top club, but they need sorting out. Otherwise, they're going to... It's going to be unthinkable if they got relegated. Honestly, unthinkable.
Where's Tim Sherwood? He must be available for a call. Tim must be around, surely.
But it's like the owners admitting that they've got it wrong so early on, isn't it?
Yeah, but you have to. You've got to be strong enough to admit you're wrong. I think the manager might have thought, you know, he's probably done the right thing and thought, you know what, I got it wrong. I've got to bring the goalie off. He's probably done him a favour. The lad was like a rabbit in headlights in the end.
Yeah, but leave it till half time.
No, you don't leave it till... You know, who knows? He might have done him a favour.
But you look at Nottingham Forest. We sit and criticise the hierarchy at Nottingham Forest for making decisions. When they realise something's wrong, the decision's made. Yes, we can criticise it, but the decision's made. You look at Tottenham right now. If this carries on, there's only one place they're going is the Championship.